Hey, what's going on? So, over the next 60 seconds, I'm going to give you guys a couple action steps so that we can get the most value on our call whenever we speak. So, couple steps. Step number one is DM me confirmed on Instagram after watching the 60-second video. Because right now, your spot is temporarily held. We deal with a ton of volume all the time. So, if you do not DM me confirmed on Instagram, we will be forced to cancel your call and give it to somebody who is ready to go. And then because of that, whenever you do send me confirmed, I'm going to send you some free value right away so we can get started getting your energy back and start going in the right direction. And so step number two, show up to the call. So your time is valuable, so is mine. And so obviously if something comes up, then go ahead and let me know. We get it. Life happens. I'm a parent myself. I work in healthcare, so I get it. But unfortunately, if you do no call, no show, then you will be put on a list and you will not be able to book in the future. Step number three is get ready to learn. So on the call, we're going to be going over and deep diving into like your biggest struggle, into your number one goal over the next 12 months, and they give you an actionable plan with actionable advice so that way you can be set up for the next few months. So if it makes sense for both of us, that we can go ahead and talk about our coaching options and get you set up on the call. This was Lisa. She was an overworked, underslept ER nurse. She's tried multiple programs and trainers and never kept her results because they never fit her crazy, unpredictable schedule. She ate healthy whenever she was actually able to. Whenever she's only able to eat like 1 to 2 times a day, she didn't have any real systems in place, and still not losing weight. Her body was in fight or flight, constantly inflamed, hormones dysregulated, and just unhappy. Her body and mind were stuck in a constant state of fight or flight. So she's always tired, no matter how much she slept. But then after she went through our metabolic reset, after she went through our program, she's now eating nearly double the amount of calories that she did when she first started. She's down 70 pounds. She has food freedom and more energy than ever, even working her 16-hour shifts or pulling doubles or being forced to skip lunches on short staff days and thriving in a high stress environment. So she no longer starts strong and fades out. She no longer self-destructs whenever life happens or yo-yos when, nursing's unpredictable schedule throws a curveball. So she is confident, she is strong, she's a role model to her patients, her family, and her loved ones, and is actually here to stay because it's made for Lisa. Next is our client, Lex, where she was when she first came to us. She was working out, she was doing boot camps, 4-week challenges. She didn't know what workouts that were made for her body and her type of career, her lifestyle at this point. So she was just doing whatever and getting nowhere, kind of like a hamster on a hamster wheel. She was taking Ozempic at the time that she came to us. She was eating 700 to 900 calories a day, not losing a single ounce. She was stuck. She had no energy. She had no confidence. She was feeling hopeless. She had imposter syndrome, trying to educate her patients about how to be healthy when she knew that she wasn't even doing what she was teaching, and just feeling lost in her own skin. And then where she is now, flash forward, she has a healed metabolism. She no longer takes Ozempic. She's down 70 pounds. She has nurse-proof systems that will keep her stress managed, her energy high, and her hormones regulated. She has the confidence to finally wear a two-piece bikini that she has been putting off for years and years and years. And she has no more knee pain and back pain. So what that means is that she's able to keep up at work and then also keep up with her kids and finally be the example that she needed, because they're in sports and she had to do a bunch and she wanted to do a bunch, but she couldn't. She had to keep on taking breaks, and that really ate at her, but not anymore. And so a couple other of our clients' success stories. So even if you have PCOS or if you have any autoimmune or anything that's working against you, like, we have a way to heal your body your way instead of just putting you into a box. So she finally wakes up hungry because she has PCOS and she's never hungry and she's eating 1 to 2 times a day. So this is really huge for her. Another client was looking at her progress photos one morning, and her back made her day. She was seeing a difference already, which is not what she expected, because she's eating more food than she ever has before, still losing weight. That's what happens when you do things correctly. Our client Nadi, she's been doing amazing. The energy that she's had by eating more, by doing our morning cocktail, healing her gut, by walking more, focusing on more natural movement, feeling better, like she can't even imagine how she's going to be feeling going through the rest of the process. And the box breathing, helping her with her stress management, or lowering her cortisol, taking her body out of the fight or flight. She's noticing a difference just 1 week into the program. And our client Shani, a very, very busy travel nurse on a crazy tough assignment, she's down 8 pounds in 1 week simply by letting go of her inflammation, letting go of her water retention, letting go of all this constant like cortisol through the roof and inflammation that her body was holding on to because she was in fight or flight. Once we took it out, her body felt safe enough to just let go of so much. So she finally feels good. And even when it was a tough week at her travel job, she was still able to do that in 1 week. Another client, Sina, she is a pharmacist working crazy hours, and she is loving the process. She is finally getting unstuck after years and years of being stuck. She was very active. She was eating healthy, but just the fight or flight kept her stuck in that same spot. And now she's actually out of her, she's unstuck, and she's tried a ton of different approaches before, personal trainers, programs like that, but something's different about this one that's truly made for healthcare workers and the things that we deal with each and every single day. So I'm so glad that she's able to experience that as well. Another client that's feeling pretty darn good today. She feels like she has more energy than she normally does. She's able to walk around without actual pain, just a little bit of mild discomfort. But this is what happens when you heal from the inside out. When you do things correctly, your body heals and you feel safe enough to actually let go of the weight, to get your energy to go and get everything that you've been trying to by covering up the problem in the past. And so I do have one last thing for you. This could be your transformation here. So where you may be now is you could be skipping meals or hardly eating, but you're not dropping weight. You may have tried, multiple diets or juices, or counting your calories, like any of these extreme approaches, and you just want something sustainable. You're in a body that you don't love or you don't recognize. You're constantly caring for somebody else and you don't even have a second to think about caring for yourself. You're constantly exhausted and you just want to feel good in your own skin. If that's you and you go through this, then where you will be is out of fight or flight once and for all. You'll have energy in a body that feels safe and actually feels like yours. You'll have food freedom and never having to start a diet again. You'll have the energy, the confidence, and systems that are built for real life problems, so you don't have to keep starting over. And you'll be in a body that you're proud to see looking back at you in the mirror. And so if you show up to the call, I do have a bonus surprise for you. So whenever you show up to the call, just for showing up, I'm going to give you our proven metabolic breakthrough protocol, which has helped over 600 nurses, over 600 career-driven moms escape fight or flight, stop bloating, gain back natural energy, and lose anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds their first 4 weeks when working with us because of pulling their body out of fight or flight. For free, no catch. Just want to say thank you for taking the time and showing up for the call to see if this is something that can actually benefit you. So we will talk soon. DM me confirmed on Instagram and I'll send you the bonus to get started.